This is KTN.
Kuwa mkono ambao unalima ardhi, mlango wa mkulima, kuwa mshindi, kuwa na uhakika sasa, kulea mustakabali wa baadaye. Tufanye kazi pamoja na tukue pamoja, kuimarisha Kenya ni jukumu la Kenya.
Hello and welcome to the Farm Kenya show. I'm Noah Kipkimboy. Now, the dairy sector is quite massive in this country. It contributes 17% of the agricultural GDP, and it's driven by close to 1.8 million to 2 million smallholder farmers. That is a very pertinent sector of this economy. And on today's show, we are unpacking the sector, the do's and don'ts when it comes to going into the dairy sector. But apart from that, also practical, case in point, somebody who's doing dairy farming and will be heading all the way to Githunguri to look at one of the farmers who's doing amazing things and turning the narrative around, making dairy sector better. And also, she is a young person, so it talks about also youth in agribusiness. We're looking forward to a wonderful show. For now, we start with our journey to Githunguri, a story of a young farmer who's changing the narrative when it comes to dairy farming and banking on the same time.
Hello everyone, my name is Veronica. This is Githunguri Premium Breeds, and I started dairy farming back in 2025, January. I was influenced by my friends. Actually, I'm very young, I'm 19 years old. So I decided to, after nimemaliza shule, what am I going to do? So I decided, let me try to talk to my friends and see what I can do.
At just 19 years old, Veronica Matatu is already making bold strides in dairy farming. Having ventured into the sector in 2025, Veronica is among a growing number of young people embracing agriculture as a source of livelihood and opportunity. Behind every successful farming journey is often a source of inspiration, and for Veronica Mathu, someone close to her introduced her to the world of dairy farming.
They introduced me to dairy farming, and they gave me an opportunity to invest. You know that period yenye unangoja uende shule, that is the period that I had that time to kuongea na wao, then I invest. I talked to my dad, it was very hard for me, but I talked to him and I convinced him, Dad, I need this money before niingie shule, I need to invest, then nitarudisha. And alitikia.
What started as a small venture with just 2 cows has steadily grown into a promising dairy enterprise, with Veronica Mathu now rearing 10 cows within a short period since starting in 2025.
The journey is not bad. Like, the journey is good. I've gotten the returns from the dairy farming. I started with 2 cows and so far I have 10 cows.
The young agripreneur narrates how her typical day in the farm looks like.
My day normally started at 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. That is when my day normally starts. And this is the time that my workers come to milk the cows, or they wake up to milk the cows, from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Then after that, they start feeding the cows. They take the milk to the milk collection center. After that, they feed the cows for the first time of the day. They ensure that the cleaning is done. And by 10 a.m. in the morning, they're already done. Now from there, they have to rest from 11 a.m. to around 11 a.m. now to 12 p.m. Then from 1 p.m. wanaanza kukamua ng'ombe. Wanakamua ng'ombe, then they take the milk to the collection center. They feed the cows again. Here wanangoja jioni. They milk the cows for the third time of the day. Then after that, they rest.
From milk production to adaptability, choosing the right dairy breed plays a major role in the success of any dairy enterprise. And Veronica Mathu shares the breeds that make her a growing heart.
So far, I have different types of breed. I have Girolandos. Girolandos are the highest producing milk in this farm. Girolandos. I also have the Frisians. I also have a crossbreed of Holstein and Friesian, that is Holstein Friesian. I have the Holstein. I have the Jerseys. I have the Ayrshire, and I have Brown Swiss.
Proper feeding remains one of the most important aspects of dairy farming, directly influencing milk production, animal health, and overall farm profitability, as Veronica Mathu explains how she feeds and manages her cows.
I normally feed my cows concentrate fodders. When I talk about concentrate, naongea kuhusu chakula ya unga. Chakula ya unga such as dairy meal, wheat bran, maize germ, okay? When I'm talking about fodders, I'm talking about napier grass and hay. Not just napier grass. I prefer super napier, okay? Then from there, mineral salts and water. Super napier because it has high content of protein. When there is plenty of napier grass, we normally make silage. Like right now, kuna a lot of napier grass, so we will make silage. But eventually, kuna wakati itafika that hatuna napier grass. And obvious, kuna watu wako na napier grass hiyo wakati, si ndio? So we exchange our manure, wanatupatia majani, tunawamwagia manure kwa shamba yao. Biggest challenge inakuanga seasons. Kuna wakati sisi hatuna majani because mostly seasons. Another thing ni lack of space. In our area, we literally don't have a lot of space. So sometimes tunakosa majani, sometimes hata kwenye tunanunua tunakosa majani.
Producing quality milk requires proper feeding, hygiene, and good animal health management. And Veronica shares some of the practices she follows to maintain high milk quality on her farm.
When it comes to milk production, for you to see the results, you have to incur some costs, such as veterinary costs, such as feeding, also maintenance costs. When I talk about veterinary costs, ukiona huku utaona vet wetu anakujanga daily, every day. We have to ensure that the cows are in good condition, because if your cows are fighting diseases, it means that the milk production will go low. The next thing is feeding. You have to ensure that kwa troughs za chakula, that ng'ombe wamepewa chakula vizuri. The next thing is maintenance. When you look at our cowshed, you will see that the cowshed is very clean. This is to prevent diseases like mastitis. And as I had said earlier, that when your cows are fighting diseases, they are likely not to produce a lot of milk.
The young farmer now takes us through the process of milking.
We normally milk our cows in the intervals of 12, 8, 4 hours. Yeah, that is the intervals. That is asubuhi. After asubuhi, tunakamua lunchtime saa saba. After saa saba, that is from saa saba to saa tisa. Then tunakamua hiyo ingine saa 11. That is 5 to 6. We normally use the manual method to ensure that all the milk has been extracted from the teats. Okay? Because if you don't extract all the milk, your cows are in the risk of getting mastitis. They normally apply milking salve and after. Before is to reduce friction, and after is to close the pores to prevent mastitis. When it comes to personnel, we normally use like watu wenye wako na experience sana. Watu wenye wako na experience na watu wanajua kitu wanafanya, because if they don't clear all the milk is going to clog kwa teats na hiyo italeta mastitis. We also put on music to ensure that our cows they have relaxed, okay? They need to relax. Wateremshe maziwa. They need to release their oxytocin.
Successful dairy farming also depends on proper breeding and timely in-calving, which helps farmers maintain consistent milk production and grow their herd sustainably, as Veronica Mathu explains.
When it comes to the pregnant cows or the dry cows or the in-calf cows, we normally milk them from the first month to the 6th month. Then from the 6th month, from the 7th month or 6.5 months, we start steaming our cows. And this is when milk fever is rectified, and also we ensure that the cow is safe, the calf also is safe. When it comes to the profit margin, we normally milk 40 cows in a day. We have cows that are doing 40 liters in a day. We have cows that are doing 35 liters in a day. We have cows that are doing 30 liters and 25 to 29, 28 liters in a day. Minimum is 25 liters. So in these 40 cows, we have cows that are producing 40 liters. We have 14 of them. Those are the giants. We also have 10 that are doing 10 that are doing 30 liters. We also have 10 that are doing 35 liters and 10 that are doing 25 to 28 liters.
In dairy farming, breaking even depends on managing costs like feed, veterinary care, and labor, while maximizing milk production and sales. And Veronica Mathu explains how she balances her inputs and outputs to ensure the farm remains profitable.
From the 1,300 liters, we normally get 50%. That is 50% as the profit. Then 50% inaenda kwa chakula, inaenda kwa wafanyikazi, veterinary cost and everything. Like you just ensure everything, transport ya kila kitu, kama ni chakula inaletwa, labor, everything. Then the 50% unaweka kwa mfuko. Per month 1.9, 1.95, 1.97, then that is the whole amount. Then when you divide inakuja 9.75. In a month profit yetu inakuja 900,050K. We normally name the cows according to the type of breeds, the origin of the cow, the behavior of the cow. The essence of naming our cows is for proper record keeping, because you have to know this cow has produced this amount of milk, this cow has been served on this particular day, this cow is expected to calve down at this particular day, this cow is going to be on heat on this particular day. You have to keep the records. When you have the records, you can be able to tell this cow was expecting this cow to calve down at this day, I will expect this cow to calve down at this day, I will expect this cow to go on heat on this day. So you will not miss your period ya ng'ombe kukua on heat. We normally use AI insemination when it comes to the cows or the heifers that are on heat. We use AI insemination, and all our cows or all our semen is gender selected. So tukisha serve ng'ombe, we are very sure that huyo ng'ombe atakuwa female.
Good dairy housing is essential for protecting cows from harsh weather, maintaining hygiene, and improving productivity. And Veronica Matthew explains how she has structured her cow housing to support better comfort, health, and milk production.
When it comes to the housing, this cow shed is sitting on a 50 by 100 piece of land, and it can accommodate 100 cows comfortably. When I mean comfortably, I mean the cows are really comfortable when it comes to the sleeping areas and also to the working areas, and this is reducing transmission of diseases. The perimeter wall is preventing the dogs from coming in, so prevent magonjwa kuingia. It's preventing ticks, fleas from getting to our cows. That is the essence of this perimeter wall. When it comes to the diseases that affect dairy farming, mostly is mastitis and foot and mouth. Foot and mouth is an outbreak. Sana inakujanga ikiwa outbreak. And what you do is seclude your cows to prevent the transmission. The other thing is mastitis. Mastitis is a chronic disease. As farmers, when you notice that your cow is having mastitis, you have to treat that cow immediately. When I say chronic diseases, I mean it can be transmitted from one cow to the other cow. And since you are using one person to milk the cows, it is very easily to transmit mastitis from one cow to the other cow. The other thing is low appetite. Sana ukiona ng'ombe hakuli, there must be a problem. Call a vet. You have to check whether your cows are pooping consistently. If your cows are not pooping consistently, sana inakuanga ni improper digestion.
Like many dairy farmers, Veronica Matthew continues to face challenges that test her resilience even as she works to grow and sustain her dairy farming venture. Beyond her own farm, dairy farming has also become a tool for impacting her community, as Veronica Matthew shares how she has been able to empower those around her through knowledge sharing, inspiration, and creating local economic opportunities linked to her dairy enterprise.
Dairy farming has really impacted my life, because when I was in 2025 January, it's not where I am right now. Sikukuwa na ng'ombe, but right now I have 10 cows. So far I have 10 cows. I've been able to kutumia hiyo pesa ya maziwa to get more cows. I really had to sacrifice my time because nilichelewa kuingia shule. That was back in September. Nilikuwa nafaa niingie shule September, but ilibidi sasa niingie late, okay? The other thing, I've sacrificed my social life because I have to go to school, I have to take care of the cows, I have to be here to manage the farm. My goal is to run my own dairy farm, to run my own large-scale farm. Put God first, that is the first thing. The next thing is have passion in what you're doing, be consistent in what you're doing, and leave the rest to God.
Veronica shares nuggets of wisdom to anyone who would like to smile all the way to the bank from doing dairy farming.
The most rewarding part in dairy farming is milk. Milk is the end product, and that is the most rewarding part. Maziwa iko na pesa. We are located in Githunguri, Kiambu County in Kenya. Normally, I deal with provision of quality breeds. I also do construction of modern cow sheds. I train farmers, aspired farmers. That is physical sessions, virtual sessions, and also farm auditing. You can reach me on TikTok on Githunguri Premium Breeds.
Noah Kipkimboi, KTN.
And now from Githunguri, we want to cross borders because dairy is not only big within the country, it is also big globally. And on this particular item, we look at the international players, how they are adding into the dairy value chain. And this particular story is in partnership with Vari. Gujarat, situated along the western coast of India, is remarkable for its cooperative dairy production system, leveraging the 1970 Watt revolution to transform India from a milk-deficient country into the world's largest milk producer. According to Satyajit, the farm produces up to 700 liters of milk daily, sourced from the over 250 high-quality cattle housed in the facility.
Gujarat has traditionally been always a very high milk producing state. During Vedic times, this region, which is called the region of Kathiawar or Saurashtra, it was said was the land of milk and honey.
The cooperative model boosted dairy production in the region, enabling villagers to scale up output and increase the use of local resources, including water and grass.
We normally produce between 600 and 700 liters of milk at our farm. We have an in-house milk processing unit where we are making milk powder, and also about 80 odd Panchgavya products we make from the milk.
Thanks to the cooperative model linking producers with consumers nationwide, Gujarat remains at the forefront of India's dairy industry, producing up to 20 million tons of milk. India has also emerged as the world's largest milk producer, accounting for 22 to 25% of global output in 2025.
And still on the theme of dairy farming, agribusiness is at the heart of Kenya's economy. And a lot of us are asking ourselves, where are the opportunities? Dairy offers that. Already we have 1.8 million smallholder farmers who are driving this sector, and you might be one of them. Now, how do you get into it? What are the things that you have to look out for when you're taking care of your dairy cows? How are you supposed to do that? Well, we head into a conversation with Solomon Tundo, who's an expert in this field, but also a farmer, and he shares his journey. Take a look. Today we are talking about a critical ecosystem. This is a business that a lot of people are attracted to. It looks very lucrative, but at the same time there is a lot of work that goes behind the scenes that we need to learn, and that's why the Farm Kenya show is here to make sure that you're properly equipped before you enter into big life-changing decisions. And what is that sector? We're talking about the dairy sector, which has gained momentum over the past few years, especially post-COVID, when people are transitioning and realizing that I need to diversify my income. One of the areas that a lot of people entered is dairy. And whereas some people are making money, others were learning on the job, and others losing money. How can you prevent that? Our conversation today will fill that gap, and I'm joined in studio by Solomon Tundo, who's an agronomist and also a dairy farming consultant. Solomon, thank you very much for making time to speak to Farm Kenya.
Thank you also.
All right. For starters, I mean, dairy is very attractive. Everyone wants to have some cows. Even when you talk about retirement, a lot of people envision their retirement with cows moving around. I milk in the morning and in the evening. From your observation as somebody who's on the ground, you've traversed, especially the western part of Kenya, are we seeing a lot of uptake of dairy as a farming venture for a lot of people?
Most of the farmers are venturing into dairy, but they are not considering the issue of feeding. For instance, if you want to start a dairy farming, you should plan for a feeds which will sustain you for 6 months. This includes silage. You should make silage. You should also have fodder, the green matter, like napier grass, lucerne. You should also consider those. And most of the farmers, especially in Western region, we normally depend on napier. And most of them, around 75%, have not done on zero grazing. They just, it's just a free range. And you can't expect milk from a free range. So the best method, as I've done consultancy, because right now I am also a consultant at Ugunja Technical, and there I've encouraged them mostly to venture into silage making, because silage is the only feed that has a lot of milk as compared to green matter, because if you feed a cow with a green matter, what you are just making the cow to feel comfortable, but it can produce a lot of milk as compared to silage.
Okay.
Yeah, because silage is a dry matter, and the cow can only take a little and give you a lot of milk, as compared to green matter, which takes a lot, but it cannot give you a lot of milk.
Well, on this particular note, let's take a short break. This is Farm Kenya Show. Stay tuned.
I want to appeal to the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto. During the campaigns, watu wako walipromise ya kwamba serikali itahakikisha kwamba wamereduce machine almost by 50%. Lakini as we speak, machines zimeenda up to 100%. Kwa hivyo ni ombi la wafanyakazi, na ukiwaangalia wanangojea serikali iweze kusema kitu juu ya hizi mashine ambazo zimemaliza wafanyakazi. Pili, mambo ya casualization. Casualization, wafanyakazi wengi wale permanent wameenda nyumbani, wale wamebaki ni wabarua. Kuna kampuni nyingi kama hii ya karibu hapa inaitwa Kipsigis, ambayo inatesha wafanyakazi. Watu hawalipi mshahara. CPA ambayo tulimaliza 2021-2022 mpaka leo haijakuwa registered. Kuna watu wa KDDA wamefanya outsourcing. Kampuni nyingi za KDDA zimeleta watu wageni ambayo mshahara yao ni duni, lakini wale permanent wanaendelea kukwisha.
Well, there goes Sauti and Mkulima. And just going back to our discussion on matters to do with dairy farming, the do's and don'ts. Solomon Tundo continues to share his insights.
We are talking about dairy farming, and if you want to do dairy profitably, what you ought to do. In the studio, we have Solomon Tundo, who's an agronomist and dairy farming consultant. And last half, we were talking about, prior to the break, we were talking about feeds. Just to close up that discussion, there is this issue of super napier.
Yes.
It's called super, and you know, it's not like the traditional napier, and it seems to be an alternative that farmers are really excited to grow. Talk to me about that. Is it changing the dairy farming game?
Super napier, I've interacted with it. It has only 7% of nutrients.
7?
You can't compare it with the Kikuyu grass. Kikuyu grass has about 18%. Yeah. Many farmers are running toward the super napier because during harvesting, you can harvest any time as compared to the local one. Because the local one, if you harvest during the sunny during very sunny, it will start itching your body. And if you compare to the super napier, it doesn't have those hairy that will itch your body. Also, super napier grows very fast. I can encourage farmers to do, but mostly if you want to feed your cows with super napier, make sure you have hay. You mix with hay and you mix with also silage. Because silage and hay, they will improve the percentage of nutrients.
Okay.
And don't concentrate only on super napier.
Ah.
Yes.
And super napier compared to the
normal one.
The normal one?
The normal one, it has a percentage of around 4%.
Oh.
Yeah. So super napier has a higher percentage as compared to the normal one.
Okay.
Yes.
I see that.
Yeah.
Quite interesting, because right now we want to harvest faster, also more convenient.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, you don't want the itchiness and whatnot. And it's an amazing thing when we talk about innovation within the dairy farming sector. But let's touch on treatment, because that is another area that is very emotive. Cows are animals, and you ought to really take good care of them.
Yes.
Are farmers mishandling our wonderful cows, and maybe what should they know when it comes to treatment?
Most of my farmers wait until the cow feels sick. That's the time you will hear, I'm looking for a vet. My cow is not feeling well. But if you are a serious farmer, if you start farming, dairy farming, you should have a record. That's number one. Then you should also have the tape measure for taking weight. It's a special one.
Okay.
Yeah, you just take weight. And also do everyday monitoring. A sick cow cannot feed properly as compared to a healthy cow. Then also have basic knowledge of how to observe a cow if it's not feeling well. Yes. And also on the issue of treatment, you should have a reliable veterinary, because your cow can feel unhealthy and you are calling a vet just telling you, I will be coming in the next 30 minutes. You wait 2 hours, he or she is not coming. So most of the farmers who wants to venture into serious dairy farming, they should have a veterinary on call.
Okay.
Yes.
But going back
Yes.
to observations, basic skills to know when your animal is not okay.
Yeah.
What are those telltale signs?
The most basic one, if you give it a feed, it will not feed as compared to the healthy one. Then you will find most of the time the cow is just down sleeping. Then another one, basic, chewing cud. A sick cow cannot chew cud. Then a dry nose, this part of the nose. If you see it's very dry, that cow is very sick. And then the hair, if you see it's standing, like when you feel cold, you normally see on your body some hairs are standing. That's a sign of a sick cow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So dry nose, standing hair.
Yeah.
Your cow looks shocked.
Yeah.
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 That's quite interesting that you raise that.
Yeah.
Are there people that come into dairy and they have no this basic observation?
Yeah, most of the people, especially ladies. Especially ladies, because most of the ladies, when they venture into farming, dairy farming, they don't take a lot of their time monitoring their cows, because what they normally do is just to wake up in the morning and milk, wait in the afternoon, milk, and evening, then milk. But if you are a serious one, before you milk, just go and monitor your cows. And it will also, when a cow wakes up in the morning, you will just see if a cow is sick or is not sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because also a lot of people these days, in the spirit of convenience, and we're doing other things, we sort of outsource that service into kijana wa farm, our farm hand, to be handling all this. What would you advise dairy farmers who have such a situation?
What I will advise farmers mostly, despite even if you have a farm manager, trained one, or a veterinary trained one, take your time also. Go and monitor your cows. These are people, and people can forget easily. A farm hand or a farm manager can see a cow which is very sick and fail to report. You are the one who is losing. But if you see it by your own, you'll take action very quickly. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had also mentioned, first of all, have a specialized, have a vet that understands your farm and is dedicated to you.
Yes.
Is it something that is very popular? Do you have enough vets for example, in the western part of Kenya, or is it a high demand sort of service?
Vet in western region, there are very few. Most people are went to school to study general agriculture, extension, community development, but if you compare to vets, there are very few. So, and most of the vets, they don't like being employed. They just offer their services, then they go. Most of them, you will find them, they have an agrovet. So if you call her or him, you'll just move from the agrovet to your farm. Then when he does the services, he goes back to his normal duties. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that sort of prevents an ecosystem where you can have somebody who's always easy to reach and who understands properly your farm and your animals.
It's not very easy, but I'm encouraging the youth generation. You see, most of the people,
yes,
they don't want to study agriculture-related courses, and they are very well paying. If you are just, let's say you are contracted by several farmers, you just do services like treatment, AI, let's say 100 farmers. You attend to 20 farmers in a day. Take every farmer is paying you 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. You have 20,000 in a day, as compared to when you are employed, you are waiting for, let's say, 25 to 30,000.
Okay.
And mostly veterinary, you can't go without money, because cows on daily basis, you'll find a cow is sick, you'll find a cow needs an AI, found a cow needs administering some vaccines every day. Even on a Sunday, you are just in the church, you are just receiving calls. Where are you?
Yeah. I have some friends who are veterinaries, and that is true.
Yeah.
It's a very marketable venture.
Yeah.
So that is quite critical. Take care of your animals, observe, make sure that you have a veterinary who understands when it comes to taking care of your cows.
Yes.
Another issue that you said is very important is overall management.
Yes.
When you talk about management in the dairy sector or in a dairy farm, what does that look like?
So when we come to management, it's the housing part, and how if you have a farm manager, how how he or she manages your farm. For example, if you want to start a dairy farm of 10 cows, at first you will not have the 10 cows at the start, but as time goes by, they will start calving down, and you will be able to have the 10 ones. You should build a well-structured dairy unit. It should have a maternity bay, it should have a sick bay, it should have a calf pen, it should have then the general feeding. Then it should have a store, it should have a milking parlor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is not as common
to farmers.
Farmers normally, what do they put up?
They just put a small structure. Then you will see, Solomon, I have a very big structure of dairy farming. When I go there, I tell you, you need to go to where people are doing serious farming. Because where I was employed, my boss had a 50 cow capacity, and he used around 20 million to build it. It's a long-term investment. But within a short period of time, he will get back his 20 million. And the structure will feed his children, grandchildren, up to great-grandchildren. Just need small repairs of painting and welding.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so those sick bay, you're speaking about a calf pen, milking parlor. If somebody's starting small, I want to start keeping my 2, 3, 4 cows, 5 cows.
Yes.
Talk to me, is it still necessary? Can you do this at a small scale version?
Yeah, you can start with you can just start with the normal, the basic one. But make sure you have the feeding side and the sleeping side. And then they should have an exercise place. Then with the basking, because the dairy animals also need basking of the sun, because it's vitamins D.
Okay.
Yeah. You should just start with the normal. You can use the round poles, then with the timbers. Then if you get cash, then venture into these metallic ones. Yes.
Okay.
I cannot tell you. You should just start from the modern one, but you have not even got something from the basic one. Yes, just start with the basic one.
Okay.
Then move slowly to the modern one.
Okay.
Yes.
If somebody would ask you, how much, if I already have a piece of land, and I haven't put up anything, okay?
Yes.
Help me break down the costing element. How much would it cost me to at least to start? If at all I want to do dairy farming as a business, that is one. So how many cows are you proposing? Which type would you advise? Those starting for somebody who's totally, I just have a piece of land and I want to go into dairy.
Let's say you have 3 acres of land. Take a quarter of it, build structures. Then take half an acre, plant their fodder. That's super napier if you want. Then with the hay, because hay at my place, that's Western region, only 3 months is already mature, you harvest. So you can harvest 4 times in a year. And if you harvest in half an acre, you can get around 200 to 300 bales of hay. So if you harvest 4 times in a year, you have around 1,200 if the climatic conditions are well. Then take the remaining one, put their maize properly for silage. But in my region, if people see you preparing silage, they can even beat you. You are destroying the food. They don't know the importance of preparing the silage. Because they'll say, you are running mad. Why can you take all your resources, plant maize, then you take the maize for silage? You could have told us. Then put your 5 cows, mostly in Western, start with the Jersey, or a Ganzi, or Asha. If you get at around 10, then start eliminating those, then start venturing into Asha, freshen. But in Western, mostly people prefer Asha, Ganzi, and we have Asha, Ganzi, Asha.
Okay.
Yes, because you normally hear we want a quality milk that has high butter fat content, the cream one. But the freshen ones, they have a lot of milk, but they don't have a lot that creamy part. So you will hear people saying, ukienda kwa soko, maziwa ya Solomon iko na maji. That's the challenging thing. But still on freshen, you can improve and get the butter fat content.
Okay.
If you just use the right raw materials when it comes to concentrate.
Okay.
Because canola and soya has a lot of proteins and nutrients that will improve the milk to have a good butter fat content.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Solomon, for your time. Solomon Tundo is an agronomist and dairy farming consultant, and he says that, first of all, nobody's coming to save you. So as a young person especially, look out for these opportunities. And he's just dropped a lot of gem when it comes to dairy sector. He says, first of all, you have to take care of feed. Okay, that is a huge cost element when it comes to dairy. So make sure you are very informed in that sector. Secondly, the issue of treatment is very critical because you're dealing with animals. Make sure that they're healthy, and when they're healthy, they'll give you returns. And lastly, it's management, making sure that your farm and how it operates, it's properly managed in a manner that it is seamless. This creates an environment where your animals will thrive, and that boosts productivity at the end of the day.
Well, that's all from the Farm Kenya show. I hope you've learned a lot on matters to do with dairy farming in Kenya, how you can get into the sector, the things that you need to avoid and the things that you need to do. And that is the whole purpose of the Farm Kenya show, to make sure that you're properly empowered to get into agribusiness. I'm Kip Kimboy. Bye-bye for now.
Kuwa mkono ambao unalima ardhi, mlango wa mkulima, kuwa mshindi, kuwa na uhakika sasa, kulea mustakabali wa baadaye. Tufanye kazi pamoja na tukue pamoja, kuimarisha Kenya ni